Good evening, everyone. So we have sent invitation for volunteer orientation for tonight. So we will respect your time, and it will take 30 minutes long. And we're supposed to start at 7:30, but we are a little bit running behind. We're still waiting for someone to join. So let's just get started. Yeah. So first of all, we want to thank you so much for joining this session, and thank you for volunteering, because we cannot make this event happen without your support. So in general, this is the big schedule for the event. So as you know, that event will take place at Rockville Science Center, which is in at the address is here. So on that day, the road might be closed due to some events. So make sure that you arrive a little bit earlier. So the volunteers were checking at 8:30, and all the teams will start checking at 9 o'clock. So we hope that the volunteers will come on time. And thank you so much. If your parents will drop you off, so please let your parents know that the road might be closed somewhere. You need to be there at 8:30. And as you know that the event will take place at 3 locations. The review session will be in the Rockville Science Center. And since we will receive more than 100 students, coaches, and reviewers, and parents. So we try to divide this activity in 3 locations. So as we can see that, let me just share this document with you first. So as we can tell that there are 3 locations. So the first location will be in Rockville Science Center. So as we just mentioned that volunteer will check in at 8:30. However, teams will start checking at 9 o'clock. We do this orientation because we want every volunteer to be aware of the schedule for that day, and you know what you are expected to do. So let's just go over the schedule first, then we will go to the next step to inform you some other details. So the review will start at 10:10. So as volunteers, we need to make sure that all the participants and the parents and the coach, they know where to go at the time allocated. So the first group to be reviewed will be group 4. So volunteers will receive the number of each team. So you will make sure that those teams know where to go. Okay, sorry, they cannot see my screen, right? Can you see this screen right now? Okay, so that's the schedule. And also we will have different roles, and I will assign these roles later. So this is the big picture of the event. So in this location, the volunteers' main job is to make sure team will arrive on time. And once they finish their review, they know where to go. And make sure the team knows ahead of time their judging session. Okay, so this is our curious assignment. And this is the first place as in the Rockville Science Center. So once a team finishes the reviewing or before their review session, they have the possibilities to visit different places. And this is the AOE STEM Center, which is very close by. So we have the address here, and we will have team escort person who will take the teams to this location. And in this location, students will have the opportunity to play the FTC, drive the FTC robots. They can just play some Legos, and they can also see what is FL challenge. So we have two FL challenge table there. So this way kids can play as well. So this is for the Rockville for the AOE STEM Center, and in general, the FTC members from AOE Center will be there to assist our younger students. So the third place will be the Rockville Library, the meeting room number 1. So this place makes sure that we know the schedule. We will start at 10 a.m. So the first group who will go there will be the group 3. So group 3, they check in. After they check in, then they go to the Rockville Library. This is just like across the street. It's just very close by. So our volunteer will lead you to the place. And every team will have the opportunity to go to this place. And we will assign cuers and activity helpers in this place. And this is also the place that students will have the award ceremony. So at 12:20, so all the teams will go back. Because before this time, some students are doing the reviewing, some students are in the AOE STEM Center, and some students maybe they have the tour to visit other students in the poster, the team model, but every single participant will go back to the Rockville Library at 12:20. So in this case, our volunteers, cuers, everyone will make sure that all our participants will be joining the award ceremony in the Rockville Library. So, and we have this one, you will receive our, schedule. We just want to give you some heads up. So once you have this volunteer task, you have a location that will assign you. So you need to be familiar with the location and the schedule. So if someone is in with group 1, so you need to know if students, you are at Rockville Science Center, or volunteers, you are at the Rockville Science Center, you need to make sure that the students will check in, okay? And also they need to set up their team model, leave their team poster, and at like 9:45, before this time, you need to know group 1, they should head to AOE STEM Center. And the students who are the cuers at the AOE Student STEM Center, you need to remind those group 1 team that their next step is going to the Rockville Library meeting room. Same thing, so if you are in the library, you need to remind those students they have the presentation at 11:25. And then you will, once students, the cuers are in the Rockville Science Center, you will remind those students to stay or go back to the library for the award ceremony. So we want every volunteer, if you are cuer or if you are activity helpers, you need to be aware of the schedule. If a team is doing some activity with you, make sure you can remind them the next step where they should go. So same thing for the group 2, it's the same procedure. Once a team is at one location, for example, they check in, then they, like a group 2, they will be assigned to AOE STEM Center to do the activities with FTC or FL challenge programs. And then Same thing, the schedule, they have the next step is going to the library at 10:20, and they will have activities there in the Rockville library. After that, they need to go to the presentation, go to the Rockville Center to do the presentation. So our QRs, your most important job is to find your team. You need to be ahead of time, be with the team, give them ample time to go to the next station, especially the review session. They just cannot be late. Okay, so I think I will not go to the details for every group. It's a very similar schedule procedure. They go to one location, then we will assign them to the next location. So that's why we really want our volunteers to be there to make sure that we respect the schedule, because it's very important for us to respect the schedule. So this way everybody will be on time. Okay, so other some, logistic things. So we know some students, I think if you do, if you are the member of AOE, you probably know. If you are a coach, you know what's going on with what is a FLL Explore. But just in case someone you are not familiar, you need to understand a little bit. FLL Explore is FLL Explore for younger kids. So you will see those students, they are from age 6 to 10. In majority, they are like 6 to 8 years old. So we need to be, they are doing the Lego robot. They are doing very easy, very fun Lego robots. So they have their Legos they need to set up. So we need to make sure that they, when they load, if we are volunteers, we try to help them to set up their team model and their poster. If we are just around, make sure, and that day on Saturday, and it announces the rain. So in case it's wet, our volunteers need to be there to help those students and the parents. So we need to be willing to be ready to help anyone who needs it. And also, I think for this one, it's very very simple. It's for FL. So this is the time for our kids. I just received some, request from one coach today, because I was told that kids have been working so hard. They really want to showcase their model. They want to be there. So our role is to really to encourage those students, to welcome these students, to cheer them up, because they're so young. They have been doing a great job. So this is very important. We need to be an ambassador of thirst, an ambassador of those, we need to promote the core values, gracious professionalism as well when we are volunteers. And some basic like code of conduct. So I know when you are a minor, you are not yet 16 years old, you can just sign up, as volunteer at the AOE, website. But if you are beyond 16 years old, you need to you create an, accounting first. We need to go to several steps. You need to sign a YB use protection form as well. So you need to go through this procedure. So, and also there's consent form. Whoever, if you're minor or you are adult, you need to sign the consent form, and you can find this form on AOE website, the STEM website. If someone does not have it, and we can just provide you one more time. So this is what we want you to do. And this is the consent form in the AOE, in the first dashboard. That's for adults. You need to sign these forms. Now some key contacts and some volunteer roles based on what you have signed up. So the event director will be Coach Lei Wang. So he will be director who managed the event. And he's also our FL Challenge coach. He's very knowledgeable, very helpful. So you will see him. And volunteer director is Coach Miss Vicky. So she will be there too. If you have any questions when for your volunteer assignment, please go to Coach Miss Vicky as well. So she will help you. So we have our head reviewer, Miss Lei. She has been working as FLL Explore coach and mentors for many years. So she will be there to help us as a head reviewer. And we have the rest of reviewers. They are mainly our coaches from the participants team. So thank you so much. Yes, Sinatra here. Are you here? Sinatra? Not here, right? So we have a volunteer sign up as MC. We hope to reach out to Sinatra. So if we can have Sinatra to help as MC, that will be wonderful. And we plan some, celebration with our kids for the award ceremony. So if Sinatra is not there, so Coach, the event director, Mr. Wang, he will help to for the ceremony. And in the Rockville Center, based on what we have signed up, so I will send the following students to the Rockville Center. So you will have one adult. So you will have one adult, Miss Chen Huo, right? She will be there as well for the activity. So you will be cuers outside, and you can also be the activity helpers as well. So because it's in the library anyway. So activity helpers, you can do both jobs at the same time, and you will have adult with you. That's Miss Borton. She will be there. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the science center. So we don't need that. My bad. Yeah. We don't need that. So we just need a cure here. Will be okay. So these are the students who will be the cure in the Rockville Science Center. Okay, the next one is the Rockville Library. So Rockville Library is the place that we will do the activities. So students, you will be here as a cure as well, and you will be here to do the activities as well. So one adult, Mr. Borchen and Mr. Fountain, they will be with you to do the activities. And I think more students will sign up for this activity. Is Kirill is here. Kirill, are you here? Okay, I don't see the person. So for AOE STEM Center is majority, they are AOE members. So FTC members. So we need to know that your schedule actually will start. If you go back to this group here, you will know the AOE STEM Center actually starts at about 9:45. So, but you need to check in at Rockville Science Center at 8:30. So everyone will be meeting together at Rockville Science Center during this check-in session. So that is basically how it works with the schedule. And we will not really have a big lunch break. However, before we go to the award ceremony session, and we will have a little bit of break. So that is the time for volunteers to get a lunch break. So pizza and a drink will be provided for your convenience. Yeah, we wanted to buy some other food because the location does not really allow us to do that. So we will provide a pizza and a drink, and the light snacks will be provided as well. And also each volunteer, when you're signing and when you're checking in the early morning, so we will give you a t-shirt, but we would really appreciate you, everyone, just return the t-shirt back to us. So this is basically the schedule, the procedure for how it goes on the event day. So we would like to know if anyone has any questions. Yes, Alex.
Oh, hi, Miss Karen, this Bo, actually, Alex's mom.
Bo, yeah.
Hi, can you see me? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Quick question. Sorry, I missed the first part of your meeting. So I wanted to know, first of all, which group does Python 21456 belong to? Group 1 or 2?
Which one you mean 21456?
Yeah, our Python team, does it belong to group 1 or group 2?
That is group 2.
That's group 2. Okay, got it. And another question, where are we bringing our models? In the library or in the science center?
In the science center. Science center is the place we take the interview, yeah.
Okay, but you're assigning me and function to go to Rock Hill Library, so that means we don't get chance to stay with our kids?
Group 2 review section is later, yeah. You might be switched with other people later, yeah.
Okay, so once I check in at the Science Center at 8:30 and I'll receive a t-shirt, and then the next thing to do is go to the library or help the kids to bring the model over? Like, what do I do next?
You might have the opportunity to check in a little bit earlier because there are a lot of people for the first group. We will give you details later, yeah.
Okay, yes, please let us know. Because do you want us to bring the model?
I will let you know later, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it, thank you.
Sure, thank you. So any other questions from you?
No.
So for Asher, let me see, Adrian will here, right? So are you clear? Where are you going and what's your schedule?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we'll give you the schedule. That's very good. So Mr. Buddha, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, so you will be there for the judging session, right? For the interview.
That's
thank
correct.
you. Thank you. That's very, very great. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, we will just keep it short. We respect your time, but Ms. Bo, you can still stay a little bit if you have other questions. Yeah.
Okay.